The Italian F4 Championship is certified by the FIA this weekend. This week we are racing around Mugello for race 2 this weekend. Length of 5.242 meters of absolute stunning work here. And stunning work, well, it all went to Kin Nakamura last time out in race 1. It is now time to see if he can back that up here in race 2. One problem though, he's starting way down the field. He is starting P8 in this one, so it's going to make it a little bit harder for himself to try and get around this nearly 40 car field here. But this is race 2 of the Italian F4 Championship. We are very much excited to get this race underway. I certainly am. Here's race 2 is going to get underway in any moment. We're going to pull the starting grid up here, and it goes to Alex Powell, who's on the front row of the grid. Reno Frenkop, Sebastian Weldon, Newman Chi, Gabriel Gomez, Alessandro Bondarev, Luca Samalisto, Dante Vinci, Kin Nakamura, who's starting down in P8 for this qualifying session. Slim Hanna, Andrea Kostic, Maximilian Popov, Maximum Rem, David Christopher Cosma, Amanda Eleveri, Charles Andrea Dup, Kabir Anurag, Artem Savarukin, Bart Harrison, Alexander Ruta, Enya Frey, Alexander Savkog, David Walter, Guy Albag, Marcus Sater, Teo Strop. We also have Bador, Luca Savalisto, Luis Eloise, Ledigo Bus, Peyton Westcott, Arthur Lorimer, Nathaniel Beremy, I cannot say these names, Pio Fresco Coppola, Colin Phil Strange in the number 95 AS Motorsport car, Emily Cotti, Cornelia Olka, and Kilki Kustov in the Maffei Racing car there. But we're going to be the fastest lap in that session was a 1:48.6. Of course, that was set by the man himself, Alexander Powell. What an absolute session it was from Alex Powell, the USA driver, American sensation Alex Powell. And that's why they call him the American sensation, for that very reason, because he's on pole position for race number 2 of the championship. That is very much the very reason why he's on pole.
Opportunity to maximize what we have. It's our highest starting position all weekend, so I think I'm looking forward to it. We've had a lot of progress as a team from the beginning of the year, and this is showing, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Good luck. Dante Vinci from the 2000 Olympic city of Sydney, Australia. His parents, Joe and Bernadette, here at the circuit. It is past midnight. It is tomorrow morning back down under. His family watching on, no doubt, from a very cold winter time in Sydney, Australia. Dante Vinci starts out at grid 8. Alex Powell to the left of your screen has had a tough run. He starts grid 1 here to...
So yes, Alex Powell does start grid 1 off this race. And why that is so unbelievably important, because he's actually, after last race, sitting 3rd in the overall championship. We have Kin Nakamura sitting in 1st position in the championship, followed by, of course, Sebastian Weldon, the USA driver. They're sitting in P3 in this one. He's got a lot of work to do if he wants to try and win this race here, because he's got 2 really fast drivers, Reno Frenkop and Alex Powell. Newman Chi, of course, the rookie. And behind him, he's got the rookie pole on a 1:48.9. That was quite a big talking point for that team. Here, of course, for those people that are wondering, I have got a Discord server. So if you would like to join up on the Discord, I'm going to have the link in the description. So the link to the to my new Discord server will be in the description here. So if you would like to join or chat with me, or even join in some of my streams, that would be quite cool indeed. So I've got a Discord server here. It's literally probably like legit. It's probably going to be for commentating for those people that want to join me up here in the commentary box. So, so if you'd like to join the Discord server, please do so. It'll be linked down below in the description here. I do know a lot of people have been asking me, and whilst I'm on it, I will actually pull up some of the comments that have been asked about the Discord server here. So yeah, the formation lap is about to get underway. Of course, thank you for the very good views on that first race, on that nearly 1 hour race. They nearly got 62 views here. So I'm going to really prioritize Italian F4 and Australian F4 first before I do anything else. But Italian F4 is off and underway. We're going to now get the formation up underway. Here I'm going to pull up some of these comments. So for those people that are wondering, and what I've been meaning by Discord server, is I think I put a link on. I think I put a link on the. I'm sure I put a link there. I'm sure I did. I'm sure I put a link on one of the comments. I might just put a link now. Give me a second. I'm going to hand it down to the ACR Sport commentators.
Very unfortunately, did not have the honour of standing on the podium. Post-race penalty gave him that third place. It still counts. He starts further back on the grid today, the Englishman. Slightly cloudy conditions and the chance of a thunderstorm tomorrow morning for race 3. This is round 4 of 7, the 2025 Italian F4 Championship, presented, of course, by WSK Promotion together with the Automobile Club of Italy. The magnificent rolling hills of Tuscany, not too far from Firenze or Florence. 5.2 kilometres, this magnificent home of the Italian MotoGP, the former home of the Tuscan Formula One Grand Prix. The lap record held by Lewis in 2021, 1 minute 18, so we'll be, 30 seconds off that? But only 2.5 seconds off the lap record held by Francesco Bagnaia on a MotoGP machine. Not exactly a fair comparison, but an indication of the speeds here. Top speed over the line around about 228 kilometres an hour, but as they race uphill into turn 1, the telemetry telling us they're almost topping 240, around about 238, 239 kilometres an hour as they head up into San Donato. Turn 1 is 5.2 kilometre circuit, slightly cloudy. The track is dry though. Settle in and enjoy the action. It was a sedate race this morning. We look forward to a cracking 30-minute affair here this afternoon. Overcast but dry summer conditions. Alex Powell, pole position. The Mercedes-AMG Junior, who took the rookie title last year, finished P3 this morning. An apology, a correction. It was not his first podium of the year. Of course, finished second in the UAE F4 Series and did finish P2 at Vallelunga in Rome. That was the highlight up until this point of the season of what has been a tough 2025. Looking to make things right, he starts grid 1 for race 2 here this afternoon. Salim Hanna pulls into position behind Dante Vinci. Sebastian Montoya, who's had a brilliant run in the FIA Formula 2 Championships, a few podiums for Sebastian here at the track, mentoring as driver coach his young countryman Salim Hanna, the rookie. Sebastian watching on from pit lane. There is David Walter slotting into position. Marcus Sarter just behind the young Norwegian. That's Bader Al-Sulati from Qatar. Busso Lorimer for the Viola Formula Racing Team. Francesco Coppola, that's the Techno race car. Head of Emily Cotti and Cornelia Olkutska.
Right, to get this race underway, we've got Alex Powell on the front row of the grid. I was just sorting out a few things, texting a few people. Here, we're now about to get this race underway. There's 5 lights on the top, and it's lights out, and away we go. And it looked as if Ferreno Francott had his car angled towards Alex Powell, towards turn 1, but it hasn't worked out for him as they all file down into turn number 1. Alex Powell will have the lead. Sebastian Weldon, they're on the inside. It's Newman Chu, pop up to P2. Reno Francott in P3. Sebastian Weldon, 3 wide as they head into turn 2. This is turn 4, turn 5. Everybody gets through safely. So far, so good. The Prema Racing driver of Sebastian Weldon. Up into P3, but it's a good start. We'll be filing side by sides. So far, so good. From everybody, there's a few cars off the background, kicking up a bit of dust, a bit of dirt. As to be expected in these sorts of races. People running side by side back further down the grids. That is Severinken and Costa Christopher. And Enzo Frey, as they all run nearly 3 wides. One of the Prema cars, that is King Nakamura looking for a few moves there. Up the inside. Yes, he got that move done on Lucas Amolesto. They're all scrobbling for position because everybody knows that the early laps are going to be the spots where you make the most ground. The time where you make the most ground. If you can do that, you're actually in a pretty good position for this race. You're in a pretty good position indeed. Meanwhile, it is Alex Powell leading off lap 1. Over Reno Francott, Sebastian Weldon in P2. Sebastian Weldon there in P2. As I am just trying to sort a few things out. They're all running three-way up through turn 4 and turn 5. And then into turn 7. Turn 6 and turn 7, sorry. Alex Powell leading his race over Newman Chi, who's sitting in P2 in this one. Sebastian Weldon in P3. Reno Francott in P4. He didn't get the best start. And it's actually really cost him in this one. But Alex Powell, he will still lead off the back. Has a really good chance to actually turn this into a race win. If he can turn this into a race win, I reckon it'd be a really, really, really good result. Of course, at the time of recording this, after this, I'm going to be going live on Twitch. Live on Twitch. It's going to be off my phone because I can't seem to get access to my Twitch account that I have here that I've been streaming on lately. So it's going to be off my phone, so I'm not going to see. It's not going to be as 4K Ultra HD as what it would normally be. But Alex Powell, that margin 0.8 of a second with 26 minutes to go here in this one. Still got a long way to go, as that is down the inside there from Reno Francott on second place in the championship, Sebastian Weldon. He's got that move done, and that is the battle for P3 in this race. Newman Chi just up ahead over Alex Powell in the lead. Newman Chi's closed in on this lap, possibly looking for a bit of an attack. Alex Powell, the fastest up in the race, 151.215, 169.2 kilometres an hour down that back straight. They're all flying down this back straight. Or even down this front straight here. Really flying. That margin, 0.4. Alex Powell to Newman Chi. Are we going to see this race light up? Are we going to see a safety car in this one? Is that the possibility? The possibility is there. 24 minutes to go. 24 minutes to go. I'm going to hand it now down to the world feed as I try and sort out this whole Twitch thing.
Both back in the race. Kostic in position 10. Albag 23 behind Cosmo Christopher. He's got Romanians ahead and behind. Cosmo Christopher 22, Albag 23, and Luca Visoriano 24 as you look at the Singaporean who's made 2 lightning starts thus far this weekend. Tighter line on the turn-in for the Alpine F1 Academy junior driver from Sentosa, the magnificent, beautiful Paradise Island on the south of Singapore. And the Jamaican, speaking of Paradise Islands, tries to break the toe from Newman Chi, who's looking for his second victory. This is Roberta. Gets the slipstream up the hill into turn 1. Alex puts the car in the middle of the circuit. Reno's catching both of them. The Jamaican from the Chinese driver, the Dutchman in P3, Sebastian from Florida in the United States, and the Brazilian Gabriel Gomez P5. This is Kostic, a brilliant run again for the Serbian. Second year in the Italian F4 Championship. He's behind third rookie driver, Alexander Bondarev. On your screen, the Williams F1 Academy. Junior driver P7 in race 1 this morning. The safety car has come out onto the circuit. We'll take a look at what happened. Word coming through from race control. This is the reason why. 3 wide out of San Donato. Wow, Elia Weiss and Luca Visoriano. A massive crash between the Romanian and German drivers. There were actually 3 involved as well. It's Guy Albag. Joe goes on through, but that's a monster crash. Elia Weiss and Luca Visoriano. Luca steps out of car 11. The Real Racing driver who finished an outstanding P4 at Monza. Out. This is Elia Weiss, who's off to Berlin on Monday to take part in the Formula E rookie test with Porsche. A badly damaged Creme Motorsport car, and the safety car has come out onto the track for the first time in what had been a clean race up until this point. Powell with the race lead from Newman Chi, Reno Francot, Weldon in 4, Gomez 5, Kin Nakamura Berta, there's the championship leader. Just going by, flashing by at the bottom of your screen. Samuelisto, Vinci, Bondarev and Andrea Kostic. A big crash, look at the damage to the Real Racing car. The team also operating out of the Prejmer circuit in Romania. 2-car effort later on in the series. But there's 1 car they have to prepare just to get back on track tomorrow morning. Luca Visoriano. It looks as though Guy Albag was able to escape. He was also briefly caught up in that. Position 23 in car 44 has continued on. Take a seat, Luca. There's Elliot to the right, to Luca's left. And there is at least 3 corners written off on that Real Racing car. Elia Weiss also out, the sole entrant for the Crown Motorsport team. That incident coming out of turn 3, Poggio Secco Macarasi, just before they turned left, going up the hill into Borgo Sandone for the highest part of the circuit. And it will be a long walk back downhill into pit lane for the German and Romanian drivers. The safety car comes out onto the circuit for the first time in race 2 as the skies get a little bit more darker here at Mugello. Threat of rain tomorrow morning for race 3 as Alexander Bondarev goes through. He's in position 9. So the order is Powell, P1, Newman Chi, P2, Francot 3, who just got by Weldon, Gomez, Nakamura Berta, Samalisto, Dante Vinci, the second rookie, and Alexander Bondarev. Kostic in P10. Arnold Ag is up into position 11. It's another great start from Kabir, who came from 16th on the grid. Olivieri, Ram, Hanna, Bart Harrison, Alexander Savinkov, Severukian, David Walter, Ruta, and Frey in P20. Kirill Kutzkov, incidentally, just repeating, fuel pump failure in qualifying did not set a time in Q2 yesterday. The 2023 World Kart Racing Champion in car 31 from grid 37 up to 27. As we get news from race control with the safety car out onto the circuit, it is raining here at Mugello. There is light rain falling. It was forecast. It is forecast for tomorrow morning. There is light rain falling here at Mugello. As we pass 1/3 race distance, you can see it is lightly falling. In pit lane, tropical conditions here. It is warm, almost 30 degrees Celsius track temperature. It was approaching 50 earlier in the day, down to 35 degrees. High humidity. That incident, just confirming, Vistoriano and Elia Weiss. And 44, that was Guy Elbag, who miraculously was able to go on through. He's still circulating in 23rd position. Safety car out onto the circuit as light rain starts to fall. Here at Mugello, race 2. Round 4, the Italian F4 Championship. Savinkov going through. In the gravel, a DNF this morning, also with Visoriano. Some consolation for the RSGP driver, who did set fastest lap of the race. So far, Reno Francot has gone quickest with a 50.949. As you look at Gomez, race winner thus far in the Italian Series, running 3rd in the championship and 5th here this afternoon. Luca to the left, Elia to the right. The Romanian and German drivers are both out. The yellow flag still being waved on the start-finish line. We believe the track is almost clear. We were set to go racing, but light rain. No, we do go green this time round. Safety car in this lap. That is the word from race control. A possible precautionary lap. Extra under safety car. Nope, we go back green next time, boys and girls. Alex in P1, Newman P2, Reno, who had set the fastest lap of the race up until this point. Safety car in this lap. It is raining here at Mugello. Here we go. We pass 1/3 race distance. You can see the rain is falling. We are on the slick tyre. As the field go down into Coranteo. Out of turn 12, the S's, and up to Buccine. Walter looking for track position. DW behind Severukian. Savinkov just ahead. Alex backs the field up.
Alex Powell, he will back the field up, and confirmation by the Acci Sport commentators, it is raining here at Mugello. This race is about to get really spicy real quick. With 16 minutes to go for the Italian F4 race number 2. We've got race number 3 tomorrow, when I record that and upload it. It is now time, though. Alex Powell will shoot off over Newman Chi, over Reno Francot, over Sebastian Weldon, Gabriel Gomez in P5. What can Alex Powell do as he pulls away? He's sprinkling here at Mugello as Alex Powell tries to also warm his tyres up and break that slipstream. It is oh so important here at Mugello. Good start. As, there you go, there's the rain on our windscreen. And holy flip, it is actually raining. The first lot of rain this season is about to hit for Italian F4. Could we see pit stops? Up the inside goes up the inside goes Gabriel Gomez. No, Newman Chi was that. No, it wasn't. But there's a car off the road, off the gravel. And there's not as much grip as what there would be out there. But Alex Powell, I think, that was up the inside from one of the Prema cars. I think it was King Nakamura Berta and Salim Hanna looking up the inside on both of each other, who started P8 and P9. The field so bunched up the inside from the number 45. That is David Walter on Guy Albag. Trying to get that move done there. Two drivers of Matthew Racing and RHGP side by side. A bit of a lock-up there from the number 66 racing car. That is Dante Vinci. A bit further back down the field than what he probably would have liked. He started P8 in this race. He's now back down to P14. Alex Powell. He did an absolute stunning lap in qualifying. Got them by 3/10. And now he leads here in race 2. And maybe showing that pace. The rookie behind him of Newman Chi. He will win the rookie race. Next person that's close is Alexander Bondarev. In terms of the rookie races, the grip levels start to fall here at Mugello. So maybe a lack of grip for some of these drivers, that is a possibility. There's very much a possibility that grip might be falling here at Mugello, as there's a car being stranded or being picked up off the background. That does not seem to be a good sign. There was a car there with there was a truck with a car on the back of it. It's around the outside there. The number 78, Gabriel Gomez, trying to cover off as many pits. They nearly make contact. The number 20 there, nearly making contact with Enya Frey and Alexander Savinkov. Those two absolutely battling hard. Alex Powell, that margin, 0.7 of a second. Nakamura Berta up into P6 in this race. Here as we look with Vinales. Sorry, Dante Vinci. There, the number 66. He's dropped it back down to P9. Nakamura Berta up into P6 in this one. 12 minutes to go. Few little slipstreaming battles going on further back down the grid. As we watch on here with Newman Chi, the Chinese driver. He tries to close up on the back of Alex Powell. 11.5 minutes to go. Everything can change. The rain can easily come down. The heavens will open, hopefully, at some point through this race. Newman Chi, though, that last lap, fastest lap, 150.808. That back straight, 170 kilometres an hour. Really quick down that back straight. There, 11.5 minutes to go. Will this race come alive? We saw King Nakamura Berta in race 1 win. Will we see Alex Powell take race 2 as the sun beams now on this circuit through sector 2, sorry. So you're through the middle part of the circuit as they run through the S's, which is the downhill right and then the downhill right once again. So it's very much a double apex corner, but within about 200 meters of each other here at Mugello. That margin, 0.8 of a second. Alex Powell, he's just controlling that margin. If he can do that for race, and if there's not a safety car, he'll be in a pretty good position, actually, to take this race win. He will be very much in a good position here, as Newman Chi uses a bit of that slipstream as we onboard here with Reno Francott. Top 3 slipstream, Sebastian Weldon in P4. Doesn't seem like he has a lot of pace. Reno Francott that time around 150.6, 2 tenths faster. As a few cars running side by side down the back straight. That is Gomez, Nakamura Berta. Does Gomez come out the other side of this? Sorry, that was Reno Francott and Olivieri. And then Ren in behind him. So this is battle P, 11, 12, 13, and 14. About to be 15. Down the inside there from one of the Prema Racing cars. It's Prema at this point, 13, 14, 15. There's a few rookies in between this battle. Olivieri, Savinkov, and Ren. That's how this battle really started. That's P 11, 12, and 13. Bondarev in P14. So just looking further back down the grid here. The top 10, Alex Powell, Newman Chi, Reno Francott, Sebastian Weldon, Gomez, Nakamura Berta, Samalisto, Kostic, Vinales, and that's Dante Vinci, King Nakamura Berta, and Hannah Salim. There. So that is your top 10. Nakamura Berta in P6 at the moment. 8.5 minutes to go in this race. Seems as if the rain is just sort of cleared. It seemed as if it was a little sprinkle. It's not enough to really affect the grip on the circuit. There was a lack of it a little bit, but definitely wasn't enough. Definitely not. Up the inside there, as Lucas Samalisto takes the fastest lap of the race. As so deservingly, because he's got a 2.2 second margin to the car behind of Kostic in P8. Not as much action in the race 2 of the Italian F4 Championship by WSK Promotions. Not as much action indeed. This is Anurag and Dante Vinci in P9 and P10. So this is battle for 1 point or 2 points. Of course, the Italian F4 Championship, just like Freca, uses the same point system. Next round for the Italian F4 is... Next round for the Italian F4 Championship is Imola, which they'll be joining Freca there. That's in nearly about 3 weeks' time for Italian F4. If they head over there. But that'll be a double weekend with, I think it's the International Open, the GT International Open Championship there as well. Or it might be DTM. I don't think DTM go to Imola, but I'm not completely sure there with that one. I'm going to take a look at that because it seems quite interesting.
Through the S's, coming out of Corinteo into Buccinet. Sebastian with the wide line as well. Second and third in the series, fourth and fifth on the road. Weldon, who has got experience, of course, in the United States in oval racing. 3 victories last year in the US 2000 series. Breaks the toe, but Gomez will send it on the inside, if not the outside. Sebastian closes him off. Gomez goes in deep. Weldon locks up. Incredibly, the Andretti Jr. holds the place for the moment. Gomez all over the back of the driver who's second in the series. Weldon goes sideways. A brief rain shower just a few moments ago. It has dissipated as the sun comes out to shine this fabulous fight for 4 and 5 for second and third in the championship. Powell from G, Reno Francott, Weldon, Gomez, and the championship leader, that is King Nakamura Berta, Samalisto, Kostic. Fabulous from the Serbian. Car 4 in position 8. Arnold Arks, second year in the series. And another points paying position here this afternoon potentially. Olivieri still stuck behind the Australian. This is better defence from Dante Vinci, who was seemingly rattled there after missing a couple of apexes, puts his head back down. Still recovering from a broken wrist, or fractured wrist. That incident in the Rocha chicane at Monza. Now pulls away from Olivieri. So we'll check the gap from Alex Powell, who put a 50.69 in last time. The gap was 1.1 seconds. Fi-
50.8 that lap from Alex Powell. There over Newman Chi, then Francott in P3. 50.5 from Anurag. So after that little rain shower, track losing grip. It's now starting to grip up once again. Here, and the lap times it's starting to drop compared to what we saw in, at the start of this race when the track was hotter. You weren't able to get as much lap time out of it. The track has cooled down now. A little bit of rain shower. You're starting to find more lap time out of these cars. Of course, in qualifying, the fastest qualifying time was of 1:48.3 from Alex Powell. We're doing 1:50.5, 1.7 seconds now off the pace. Alex Powell over Newman Chi, Franca, Sebastian Weldon in P4, Gomez, Kinakamoberta, and Lucas Samalesto in P7. Kostic, Anurag, and Vinales in P10. He is the second place rookie. He will be scoring the same amount of points as what you would get in first, second, or third. So he'll be scoring 18 points for his championship, which is quite a big buffer. 1:48.3 fast lap in qualifying. We're doing 1:50.5s as there's just a bit of push and shove here between the 23 and the 13. That is David Christopher Cosma really getting aggressive. There's a bit of gravel running on the outside there of the circuit. Getting often in the grass and in the gravel, that will bring on a whole heap of dust and dirt and gunk on the road as well, which you will not want to be running on the outside of the circuit as it is dirty enough with Porsche Carrera Cup and the GT Championship that was here this weekend. Would not want to be running out on the dirty stuff out there. Lucas Amalesto, Kinakamoberta, Gomez, Sebastian Weldon, Newman Chi, Alex Powell. But Alex Powell, I think he might have this in the bag. Of course, 2 qualifying sessions. I think it will be reverse off race 2. There's a yellow flag out somewhere. This might be a safety car here, as I think it's Bondarev off the road. This might turn into a safety car with a minute and a half to go. Will it? I don't think it will. I think we're safe. No, it has. And a safety car for Italian F4. This is what happened. Push and shove. Oh, big accident. And in the fence hard. There from the number 48. Number 48 and the number 22 getting together a bit further back down the grid. Big incident though. That's number 42. I think I got that right the first time. I think. That is Emily Cotti and I think it was Nafel. There you go, Burry. Those two both making contact. The left front and the right front both destroyed. Probably also a bit of chassis damage on that car. We've got 50 seconds to go here in race 2 of the Italian F4 Championship. What a race we've had so far. Only 2 safety cars. quite a low number for these sorts of races. Indeed, quite a low number. As I'm trying to pull up, there we go. Here's the program. So this is what there you go. So supporting TCR Italy is Italian F4. So supporting TCR Italy for next weekend is we've got a replay there of the incident that has just unfolded to bring out the safety car. Supporting TCR Italy and what looks to be the Gran Turismo Endurance Championship. There, so those two main categories there with the free practice and the collective test sessions on the Thursday. On the Friday, though, which is the 1st of August, that's in 15 days' time. Not much time. But for FRECA, it's nearly a month break. There, I think Italian F4 have their break after Imola. So, yeah, there'll be quite a big margin between those. But collective test and pre-collective test sessions will be happening on that Thursday there, along with the free practice sessions for Italian F4, TCR Italy, FRECA, and the Gran Turismo Championship, which will be from 10 past 12. Qualifying for Italian F4 will be on the Friday afternoon from 10 past 6, running right through until 10 to 7. And then TCR Italy, their qualifying session from 7 o'clock. But the race will finish behind the safety car, quite unfortunately, for the Italian F4 Championship. The Gran Turismo Championship, once again, will have another free practice session, then followed by the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine Group A and Group B. TCR Italy after that. Then we've got the first race for Italian F4, 30 minutes plus 1 lap, like it was today. Then you've got the Gran Turismo Endurance GT3 Championship. Their qualifying sessions happen there. Then TCR Italy, their first race on that Saturday afternoon, followed by FRECA, followed by TCR Italy, followed by Italian F4 Championship. There, so in quick succession, 4 races. And on the Sunday, we have race 2 for TCR Italy, 28 minutes plus 1 lap, followed by FRECA, then followed by TCR Italy, then Imola, then FRECA, then the CI Gran Turismo Championship, 180 minutes of racing. So that is how it's going to go for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix, for the Italian F4 Championship, and the Formula Regional European Championship by Alpine. So it's going to be another ACI racing weekend, just like it was this weekend here at Mugello. I think Mugello, they were also supporting the Gran Turismo Championship as well, which was 180 minutes of absolute epic all-out action there, which we love to see for these sorts of races. But yeah, it has been quite the weekend for Italian F4 here. Of course, still 1 race to go. I'm thinking that this is the final race. It isn't the final race here. It's not the final race for Italian F4. We'll be recording another one tomorrow, uploading that. I'll be uploading this one at the time of recording this today. So yeah, it should be quite good. But there's nearly another 50 minutes of action there. And then of course later on today, this afternoon, I'll be recording the Australian F4 Race 1 and Race 2 as well, and uploading those. And then after all the racing action is done, I'll be back to my normal recording schedule, which will be the going out episode that I actually ended up recording yesterday. I think I've got about 13 minutes of things there to edit. So yeah, loads and loads of content. But the final lap of this race will finish under safety car for the Italian F4 Championship, here presented by WSK Promotions. So quite a big weekend when I stream on Twitch. It will be quite a big weekend of Italian F4, Freca. So a few quite big weekends. I'll be uploading my streaming schedule on my YouTube channel. On my community post, I'll be uploading that. Also about half an hour ago, I put up during the Discord, and I'll be also streaming on Twitch as well. So go check that out. But yeah, this race will finish behind the safety car, and it'll be Alex Powell. Let's send it over to the Archie Sport commentators to finish this race.
In positions 5 and 4 respectively. So they do take some points out of the Japanese driver, who's still P1 in the series. The checkered flag is being readied on the start-finish line. The Mercedes AMG Junior, visor open briefly, getting some fresh air. Back in position 1. A sprint to the checkered flag to the line. They cannot pass, obviously, of course, until they cross the start-finish line, which Alex Powell is about to do now. Back in P1 for the first time in 2025, the Mercedes AMG Junior will accelerate, and the checkered flag will wave. Victory at a very slow pace in race 2 will go to the Jamaican sensation. Back in P1, he walks across the line to take victory here under safety car conditions here this evening. Obviously was watching the British F1 Grand Prix last week and keeps a perfect pace as he crosses the line in position 1. Powell wins, Chi second, and Reno Front got home in 3rd place. It was almost he had it on cruise control at 60 kilometres an hour. Perfect pace.
So standings after race 2, it looks like Ken Nakamura still will lead the championship by 26 points. It's dropped. The championship lead has dropped by 25 points. It's now only one race win separating Ken Nakamura and Sebastian Welding, meaning Ken Nakamura only has to finish outside the top 10, and Sebastian Welding will be back for a championship fight. At the moment, they're still in a championship fight between 2nd and 3rd. 41 points back to Alex Powell, who just won this race, but the rookie race win will go to Newman Chi this weekend. So quite a big weekend for Sebastian Weldon, who scored very much maximum points in this weekend for that race. 16 laps around this circuit. Alex Powell, Newman Chi, Reno Francott, Sebastian Weldon, Gabriel Gomez, Ken Nakamura, Lucas Amalesto, Andrea Kostic, Kavig Anurag, and Dante Vinci, the Australian. There. Liviari, the Italian, this weekend. Savinkov, David Walter, Maxim Rem, Bart Harrison, Salim Hanna, Alexander Bondarev, Enya Frey, Kostov, Alexander Ruta, Teo Schropp, Guy Albag, Marcus Seita, Ludvigo Basu, Maximilian Popov, Peyton Westcott, Arthur Longman, Nathaniel Berby, Pio Coppola. We've also got Phil and Colin Strange, the Belgium driver, Okula, David Kostema, Emily Cotti, Artem Sarukin, Wies, they're also the German driver. But the standings after race 2, it looks like this: 198 points between Ken Nakamura. I'm actually going to pause that there. But Ken Nakamura, the standings there, will lead the championship still. So the standings that I've got here are wrong. The standings that I've got there, up on my screen there, is wrong. So those standings are wrong. But Ken Nakamura will lead the championship after race 2 by 41 points. So there you go. It wasn't 25 points. So again, Sebastian Weldon with 3 rounds to go. He's still not in this championship fight yet, but with 3 rounds to go, he still has a chance to take a few good points off Gabriel Gomez. Here, Olivieri, Alex Powell, Salim Hanna, Maximilian Popov, Newman Shi. Actually, Salim Hanna is leading the rookie championship here by 21 points over Newman Shi. Lucas Famalisto, Thomas Dolceman is, of course, in P10. So P10 goes the way of in the championship, but it is still Keen Nakamura who will take the win this weekend.
Thank you very much. It's been a long time coming. I mean, it's just been such hard work these last few months, and this is only a product of everyone's hard work, and they know exactly who they are. So I have to say just a big thank you to each and every one of you that has supported me to get me to where I am. I'm so proud and so happy to be in this position and to be fighting here at the front. It's a dream situation. So I mean, enjoying the moment for sure. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Race 2, the highlights here at Mugello. Great getaway from Alex Powell as Max Popov stalled and was thankfully just avoided by the rest of the pack. Reno Francot on the charge from the front row of the grid, but a mighty start from Newman Shi as the field fanned out 2, 3, 4 wide, going up into San Donato for the first time. Sebastian Weldon defending as best he could. As the field fanned out 2, 3, 4 wide, going up into San Donato for the first time. Sebastian Weldon defending as best he could until Reno Francot with the move of the race, and that put the Dutchman up onto the podium into position 3. Sebastian tried to fight back, thinking about the championship, held off Kapira Anurag, who set the fastest lap of the race, and then there's Albag on the inside, Weiss and Vistoriano smash into the wall, going up into Matarasi. Newman Shi trying to attack, and this brought out the safety car for the second time. Emily Cotti smash into the wall. Berby continues on. Emily was out. Nathaniel was able to continue on. The race finished under safety car after a brief downpour midway through the race. Reno Francot, position 3. Position 2, Newman Shi, and Alex Powell takes victory here at Mugello. Once again, a great pleasure to have the great Mr. Giancarlo Minardi present the trophy to Reno, Newman, and P1 to Alex. It's Alex, not Alexander. Very literal in Italian, as you may have heard in the background. Seen on Instagram or possibly TikTok, Jamaican Monkey, sorry I can't do the accent. Apparently Alex, the American-born Jamaican, can do it very, very well. We'll see if he celebrates with an imitation this evening. He wins race 2. He starts pole position for race 3 also tomorrow morning. We're halfway through the championship. Race 2 won by Powell, who starts pole position for race 3 tomorrow morning. We'll see you then.